So we'll sing together. I cry, and you cry. So we'll cry together. I love, and you love. So we'll love together. You hurt, I hurt, so we learned together, through everything, even the smaller things, even the harder things, we stay together, through everything, even the bigger things, nothing's impossible if we stay together, yeah. You joke, I joke, so we laugh together. We share, we cuss, but we learn together. We hurt, we fuss, but let's hurt together. I leave, you leave, so we live together, through everything, even the smaller things, even the harder things, we stay together, through everything, even the bigger things, nothing's impossible if we stay together.
All right. Welcome to another episode of Can You Connect? And this is Mr. Walk That Walk. And today's episode is going to be on the developmental milestones. So we have 2 months all the way to 5 years. And developmental milestones are, let's say, as a baby is growing, there are certain things that certain milestones we're looking for that baby to meet. So let's say in 2 months, in the span of 2 months, we are currently looking for the baby to calms down when spoken to or picked up, to look at your face, seems happy to see you when you walk up, smiles when you talk or smile at your baby, makes sounds other than crying, reacts to loud noises, watches you as you move, look at a toy for several seconds, holds head up when on their stomach, moves both arms and legs, opens hands briefly. So that's 2 months. So the next one is 4 months. So for 4 months, Roger. Okay, there you go. For 4 months, at this point, the baby is supposed to be smiles on his own to get your attention, chuckles, not get a full laugh, but chuckles when you try to make your baby laugh. Looks at you, move or make sounds or to get your attention. Make sounds like ooh and ah or cooing. Make sounds back when you talk to your baby. Turns head towards your voice. If hungry, opens mouth when breastfeeding. Looks at Looks at I guess the baby looks at it their own hands with interest. Holds head steady without support when you are holding them. Holds a toy when you put it in their hand. Uses their arm to swing at toys. Bring hands to mouth and pushes onto elbows or forearms when on tummy. So it's 4 months. Next is 6 months. At six months, knows familiar people. Likes to look at self in the mirror. They laugh. Take turns making sounds with you. Oh, can blow the balloons, blow a bubble. Stick tongue out and blows. Oh, they can blow. They can stick their tongue out and blows. Okay. Make squealing noises. Put things in their mouth to explore them. Reaches to grab a toy when they want. Close lips to show they don't want more food. Rolls from tummy to back. Pushes up with straight arms when on tummy. Leans on hands to support themselves when sitting. All right, that was 6 months. Next is 9 months. So let's see, 9 months. The baby's usually shy, clingy, fearful around strangers, shows several facial expressions like happy, sad, angry, and surprised. Looks when you call their name, reacts when you leave. They look and reach for you or cry for you. Smile or laugh when you play peekaboo. Makes a lot of different sounds like mama or baba. Lift arms up to be picked up. Looks for objects when dropped out of sight. Bangs two things together. Gets to a sitting position on their own. Move things from one hand to the other hand. Uses fingers to rake food towards them. Sits without support. And that was 9 months. Next is a year. So at a year, let's say your baby, the milestones your baby should be meeting are play games with you like patty cake, waves, bye bye, calls a parent, mama and dada, or another special name, understands no, and briefly can pause or stops when you say it. Put something in a container, like a block in a cup. Looks for things they see you hide, like a toy under a blanket. Pulls up to stand. Walks, holding on to furniture. Drinks from a cup without a lid as you hold it. Picks things up between thumb and pointer finger like small bits of food. And that was a year. Next is 15 months. At 15 months, the baby should be copies other children while playing, like taking toys out of a container with another child. Shows you an object they like. Claps when excited. Hugs stuffed doll or toy. Shows you affection like hugs or cuddles or kisses. Tries to say one or two words besides mama and dada like da for dog. Looks for familiar object when you name it. Follows directions given with both a gesture and words. For example, they may give you a toy when you hold out your hand and say, "Give me that toy." Points to ask for something or to get help. Tries to use things the right way, like a phone, cup, or book. Stacks at least two small objects, like blocks. Takes a few steps on their own and uses fingers to feed themselves food. That is 15 months. Next is 18 months. So at 18 months, the baby should be doing, let's see, moves away from you, but looks to make sure you are close by. Points to show you something interesting. Put hands out for you to wash them. Looks at a few pages in a book with you. Helps you dress them by pushing arm through sleeve and lifting up foot. Or lifting up foot to put on pants. Tries to say three or more words. Follows one step directions without any gestures. Like giving you the toy when you say, give that to me, and copies you doing chores like sweeping a broom. Plays with toys in a similar way, like pushing a toy car. Walks without holding on to anyone or anything. They could scribble, drinks from a cup without a lid and may spill sometimes. Able to feed themselves. Tries to use a spoon. Climbs on and off the couch or chair without help. And that is at 18 months. Next is 2 years. So at 2 years, your child should be notice when others are hurt or upset, like pausing or looking sad when someone else is crying. Looks at your face to see how to react to a new situation. Points to things in a book when you ask. Like, where is the bear? No, probably like point to it if they, know that it's a bear. Say at least two words together, like more milk. Points to at least two body parts when you ask them to show you. Uses more gestures than just waving or pointing, like blowing a kiss or nodding yes. Hold something in one hand while using the other hand, for example, holding a container and taking the lid off. Tries to use switches, knobs, or buttons on a toy. Plays with more than one toy at the same time, like putting toy food on a toy plate. Also, they should be, at this point, being able to kick a ball. They should be able to run. They should be able to walk up a few stairs with or without help and eat with a spoon. And that is for 2 years old. Next is 30 months. So at 30 months, your child should be able to play next to other children and sometimes play with them. Shows you what they can do by saying, look at me. Follow simple routines when told, like helping to pick up toys when you say it's time to clean. Say about 50 words. Say two or more words together with one action word, like the doggies running. Name things in a book when you point and ask. Say words like I, me, or we. Uses things to pretend, like feeding a block to a doll as if it was food. Showing simple problem solving skills, like standing on a small stool to reach something. Follows two-step instructions like put the toy down and close the door. Being able to show they know at least one color, like pointing to a red crown when you ask where's the red one. They should also be able to use their hands to twist things, like turning the doorknobs or unscrewing a lid. Take some clothes off by themselves, like loose pants or an open jacket. Jumps off the ground with both feet. Turns book pages one at a time when you read to them. That is for 30 months. Next is 3 years old. So when your child is 3 years old, they should be able to calm down within 10 minutes after you leave them at childcare, daycare. Notice other children and joins them in play. Talks with you in a conversation using at least 2 back and forth exchanges. They should be able to ask who, what, where, why questions. Like where's my parents or where's my dad or mom. Being able to say action is happening in a picture or a book when asked like what is a person doing in the book, they'll say reading or running or playing. Being able to say their first name when asked, talks well enough for others to understand most of the time. Being able to draw a circle when you show them. Avoids touching hot objects like a stove when you warn them. String items together like large beads or macaroni. Put some clothes on by themselves like a loose pants or jacket. And they should be able to use a fork. This is by 3 years old. Next is when they're 4. So when a child is 4 years old, they should be able to pretend to be something else during play, like a teacher or a superhero. They should be able to ask to go play with children if none are around. Comforts others who are hurt by hugging them. Avoids danger like not jumping from tall heights at a playground. Likes to be a helper. Changes behavior based on where they are. Being able to say sentences with 4 or more words. Being able to say words from a song, story. Talks about at least one thing that happened during their day. So they could say they played soccer or basketball. Being able to answer simple questions like, what is a coat for or what is a crown for? And they should be able to answer those. Being able to name a few colors of items. Tells what comes next in a well-known story. Draws a person with 3 or more body parts. They should be able to catch a large ball most of the time. They should be able to serve themselves food, pour water with adult supervision. They should be able to unbutton the buttons on their clothing. They should be able to hold crowns or a pencil between their fingers and thumb. and not their fists. They shouldn't be using their fists. And that's at 4 years. And the last one is 5 years. So at 5 years, your child should be able to follow rules or take turns when playing games with other children. They should be able to sing, dance, or act for you. They should be able to do simple chores at home like matching their socks together or clearing the table after eating. They should be able to tell a story they heard or made up in at least 2 events. They should be able to answer simple questions about a book or a story after you read or tell them. They should be able to keep a conversation going with more than 3 back and forth exchanges. Don't mind me. They should be able to use or recognize simple rhythms. Bat, cat, ball, tall. They should be able to count to 10. They should be able to name some numbers between 1 and 5 when you point to them. They should be able to use words such as yesterday, tomorrow, morning, or night. They should be able to pay attention to, well, at least for 5 to 10 minutes during a activity, such as story time or arts and craft. They should be able to write their name. And they should be able to name some letters when you point to them. They should still be able to, button some buttons. They should be able to hop on one foot. And those are the developmental milestones. So, if your child is having issues with these developmental milestones, it's in your best interest to get them checked out. This could be by a clinician to see, what's preventing them from reaching these milestones. And it may be due to a disorder. And it's okay, as long as we're able to catch things pretty early, you'll get more support and they'll be able to somewhat keep up with the other kids. But if they can't, that's okay too, because everybody's on their own lane of learning and growing. And even with some of the things I said, some of the kids are different. So it's not going to be as cookie cutter, but it's an overall picture of how the milestone should be completed. Like, this is the age range and this is what should be completed. It's an overall picture. So these are some tests, especially if you have kids, if you got nieces or nephews, if you're a teacher, these are the things to check out for, to look out for, to keep in mind. Because the best way we can help is if we know stuff. The more we know, the more we can help. So this would definitely conclude this episode. We are on our 2nd season. I finished the last season was the last episode. We completed all of that info, and I'm going to put it in a playlist. So that will probably be chapter 1. Excuse me. And today's episode is going to be chapter 2. So, yeah, we coming a long way. And once I get done chapter 2, chapter 3 is going to be real fun. But chapter 1, we went into, and I ain't going to get into it. We get into it because you should be watching. So, and thank you. If you've been watching this far, thank you. We're going to keep going. We're going to keep punching through and having a good time and learning and growing. So, of course, we're supporting Black-owned businesses. I'm going to do this every time, too. There's going to be 5 billion Black-owned businesses on here. So of course we're gonna be supporting them. This another one is it's gonna be a content creator. It's called her YouTube channel is called African Tigress. She's been traveling and exploring different places. What caught my attention with her channel, because I follow her on one of my channels, but once I seen her go to Haiti, it kind of caught my attention because I was like, nobody really goes there and nobody really explores there. And a lot of times people tell us not to go there or to stay away from there. So to see her go there and put Haiti in a different light, and then put on different Haitian creators as well, because they have their own content creators. So now I could also tag them in. So the next time I do that for the content creators, I will put the other person's information that's from Haiti, and go over what he's been posting as well. So yeah, definitely check out her channel. That will be in the description. And of course, the person who did our intro and the person who did the outro, our musician, his information is going to be there. The person who made my avatar, his stuff is going to be there. And for myself, I'm a clinical social worker in the state of Maryland, so I can provide individual, couples, or family therapy. So if you're interested, just let me know. And this is going to be concluding the episode for tonight. So definitely thank you for watching, and y'all have a good rest of the night and a good rest of the week.
Filled with drama. Our homes are homes, they feel empty. Our dreams are dreams, slowly shattered. And our bodies are bruised and battered. What does it take to become a legend? What can we do to teach a lesson? Is there a way for future commitment? Oh, why do we wait to repaint the world? When the world loses color, it's our goal to paint them back. Yeah, yeah. When the world loses color, it's our goal to paint them back. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Our emotions have no home. Our feelings have long gone. Our beautiful women can't see the beauty in them. Our men are not standing strong. What does it take to become a legend? What can we do to teach a lesson? Whoa, is there a way for a future commitment? Why do we wait to repaint the world? Yeah, yeah. When the world loses color, it's our goal